Yo. Back again together in the stew.
In the new stew. If you're watching on YouTube, you get to see the new stew.
We got a sexy table in here now. We're doing things. It's starting to work on up.
All that good stuff.
Oh,
Before we kind of jump into this episode, feel free to go check us out on all the socials. Smoking with Pod on Instagram. I just took a dab, so I'm going to forget a lot of stuff right here up front.
Yeah,
but
go check out our Patreon.
Yes, we have 2 slots still available at this time of recording.
Yeah.
We're probably long beyond that, but at 4:20, which this episode is going to air after that, we're probably going to close off that first $3 and the seeds and probably give away the remaining to someone as part of a giveaway or something like that. And then we're going to unlock a new tier for you guys, which is going to be a couple dollars more. We'll still get all those bonus episodes, all the birdseed botanies and stuff that we've been releasing here. A couple of them for free over there on Patreon. So go check us out. Support your boys.
Hell yeah.
But today we are joined by, friend of the show, been on before, Shift+E, in a whole new...
Welcome back, dude. We're glad to have you.
Yeah, thank you. It's been a minute.
Yeah, we missed you, dog. We missed you.
Dude,
and a lot has
I've
happened.
thought about you guys actually on repeat multiple times. Been like, man, I wonder how Josh is doing right now with
Hell
the
yeah,
baby.
dude.
You know what I mean? Like, thought about
that.
Garrett.
Yeah.
I've got at him a couple times now. He cursed me with nanners.
Oh,
Damn.
You're welcome.
Motherfucker.
Hey man, it's the curse of growing weed. It's not anything I did. It's just the way that she grows, man.
Yeah, man.
Truth.
Every time we hear about news over in your neck of the woods, too, I just instantly think, man, I wish I could have a conversation with that man because I need to know.
Yeah, so I try and get back when I can. It's been a busy time lately.
No, we've been busy too. I mean,
It's spring, bro. The indoor
that
cannabis explodes in spring because, outdoor harvest from fucking October has kind of dried up, right? Like all that stuff's is out on the market, has been, right? If they're new putting outdoor out right now from October, it's too late. Springtime, indoor cannabis just is exploding. So yeah, dude, a lot of shit's been happening with you. What's up, dude?
Well, I mean, from the last time we talked, man, a lot's happened. We went through like a complete revamp, a total change in direction and everything. Like there's completely new management.
For the better, right?
Yeah, completely for the better. Completely for the better.
Yeah, you and I have talked a little bit about it on Instagram, but I think Josh is still a little bit in the dark on most of this. So lay it on, dude. I'm cool to hear it all again, especially from the horse's mouth, as they say, versus some Instagram DMs. I'm interested in what the fuck's going on with Plush Co. and all that good stuff, dude.
Give me the
lay it on.
Well, I mean, the last time we spoke, it was Green Acres at the time, and nobody knew anything about us.
Mm-hmm.
And then since then it's been, a management change and then new ownership. And then we've looked into getting more, people got in the right places that they needed to be in. And then it's been dialing in the environment and getting quality and consistency, honed. It's been an uphill battle, man. You think you know what you're doing and then you start going and it's like, man, there's so many things that play wrong at a commercial scale as opposed to just chilling in the house or growing outdoor.
Well, it's all amplified, right? More lights, more plants, more shit can go wrong and does go wrong.
Very true. Yeah, it's been a struggle, ramping up, trying to get everybody on the same page and under the same idea that we're all after the same, the same thing. And it's taken now. No, we're on the up. We went through the name change and got an image now. We're, Plush Co. now.
Plush Co.
Dialing in genetics, slimming down what we have because we had a lot and it was, becoming a hassle having so many.
Yeah.
So many different ones.
How many genetics do you, currently, let's say, if you feel like you've established where you guys kind of want to be comfortably with genetics, how many is that?
We initially had somewhere around 18, and then we worked our way down to 12 that we were going to run.
Nice.
And then since then, I believe we've worked down to about 4 plus or minus 2 that we're, trying out or still need to, get a good grip on before we try and ramp it up super a lot.
Hell yeah. That's nice. That's solid. 4 is, I think, a good place to be, especially if you're pushing out like that higher quality flour. You know, like you want people to really get familiar with your cuts of these things. So yeah, dude, that's gonna be dope.
And it's been a struggle. You know, we're down to one. We had 2 buildings, and we're down to 1 building right now because the other
Shit.
one's under complete construction. We're completely
Redoing
changing
everything,
everything.
yeah.
Everything, the grow media style, everything.
Damn.
All of it's different.
Are you excited for that, or is that like all
dude.
good changes?
Oh, the stuff is showing up, man. Like it's all showing up. The water, like the big water containers are in the rooms now. Like they're all set. And then the
Fuck
pump
yeah.
showed up the other day, and they're like the newest tech. And it's I
Hell
feel
yeah.
super excited because I'm kind of a geek when it comes to
Right.
techie stuff sometimes,
yeah.
and
Like a kid in a
having
candy
it,
store, yeah.
And then now I get it at work. I'm getting like the big pumps are showing up, and the big filters are here now, and they're all rigged up together.
yeah, everything's talking to each other. You got a fucking central hub, and yeah,
Like Rhythm is coming out.
fuck
And
yeah,
then they're
dude.
going to install their whole system. And then, we're switching to Athena, which is like
Hell
the
yeah.
wave right now.
I see
Yeah.
you repping them right now.
I'm a big fan
Yeah.
until I have a Plushco hat, and then I'll be a
Right.
walking billboard. You know what I
Absolutely.
mean?
Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah. So are you guys like going to move over to that new facility when it's built out and then like build out the one you guys are currently in then and just like update
Yeah.
it without shutting
That's
down?
super smart. That's a
Yeah,
Yeah,
fucking
we're trying
great
to
move.
get it dialed into where like we have like the harvests are coming down as the other rooms are coming up. So we'll do like a final push over and then harvest our way out of that building as we plus up and veg on the other side. So we'll still have, product to hit shelves now. And
Nice.
now that we're stocked at a couple dispos in the state,
Fuck yeah.
it's it's a little different having flour out there as opposed to just being basically concentrates,
Yeah,
which
'cause
is
you
where
guys
the
are
bulk
doing,
of
like,
our
a bunch
flour
of, like,
was going
wholesale stuff, yeah.
before the change.
Damn. So like are they like completely redoing that building like stripped it out and like are completely building like new rooms out and stuff like that or
I mean, we're essentially using the shell that was there,
Yeah.
but there were some issues with the building and seals and rooms not being sealed and stuff like that had to be changed and needed to be addressed. So, the rooms got chopped up a little bit into more equal sizes to fit, tables and stuff like that. And then we added, new insulation and had all that stuff sealed up. So rooms are actually sealed now, and
Nice.
there won't be air exchange through like 5 rooms. And
Fuck yeah.
What
Is
kind
it
of
easier to deal
battling?
with like the mold and all the other stuff with it? Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Oh yeah, because you guys got some temperatures and,
Yeah.
and climate that I'm just not used to. So I imagine with the swing.
yeah, the swings.
Yeah.
It's still swinging, dude. It was 70 degrees 2 days ago. It's like 38 degrees today.
Now yeah, it's about to snow again.
We got a little bit of that last week. It started snowing earlier this week, and it's like fucking April. And I was like, what is happening right now?
It's always like that, man.
Good shit. Do you know? Have you guys decided on like what like operating system or HMI that you guys are gonna like Trollmaster or anything? Are you gonna have anything like big brain talking to literally everything?
It'll be Rhythm. We're going to use
Oh.
the Rhythm system.
That's
and
right.
then
You did say that.
I forget. There was some additional thing that we were going to use as far as like to scan the metric tags and stuff instead of having to input most of it by hand. It's a little
that's what
different.
y'all
We're
were
like,
doing.
yeah, I
are
mean,
doing?
we're still relatively small. We're
Sure.
20 employees or so. Craft cannabis still not, huge, but we have the licenses and are having the space made to where we can boom, and we're
Yeah.
booming.
And I mean, for like a garden and production crew, when you guys aren't in a ton of dispensaries, like 20, that's perfect. Like that's a lot of people.
Yeah, we are in a few dispos now,
Yeah,
which
hell
is
yeah.
really nice as opposed to none. It's good, and I can go get it too, so that's nice.
Yeah.
I like smoking my own stuff. Call me
Right.
weird.
Yeah, me too, dude. Like we just got into a couple shops that are closer to like where I actually go shop. So I'm like, fuck yes, dude. Now I can go actually buy an eighth and look at it in the pretty packaging instead of getting the rough cut sample maybe the one time.
Yeah, it's nice to be able to not only like be a part of it by hand, but then be able to go purchase it and then kind of back end support your own company in a way, and you smoke it with people and be like, yeah, yo, that was me.
We grew that shit. Yeah, hell yeah.
They give them the packaging, be like, look out for this when you go into the stores, or ask for it. You know, even if they don't carry it, ask for it.
Yeah, it's been a complete ride for me because I started in the trim room like a year and a half ago. You know what I mean? And now I'm no longer in the trim room.
Yeah.
Are you leading, or are you just like?
Yeah, I'm lead cultivator for the facility.
Damn, boy.
Yeah.
Come up. Fuck yeah.
Thank you.
No,
It's
so
been a ride.
yeah, I
job.
bet. I bet, dude. Especially with all those changes, and then what? So like, what? How'd you even get there, dog? Like, so this whole change up, were you just like when these new owners came in, you're like, dude, like I have some ideas.
Well, I mean, I got in there at a time where like we were still kind of building up and getting everything going. So like there were things that weren't being done that could have been done, and when I had time, I just did them. I didn't really ask. I just, you know, if I looked at something needed some strings, I would tie some stuff up. If something needed nets, I'd throw nets on it. If something needed to be addressed as far as the plants, like I just did it, and then explained why I did it when they asked why I did it. And I mean, it just went kind of just proof is in the pudding type stuff. You know what I mean? As things progressed, things changed, and it just kind of worked out. And
So
you know, I'm a clean freak from the army time, so I clean, I mop and sweep constantly. I can't help myself. If I go into a room, I got a broom and a mop. If I come out of a room, I got a broom and a mop. Like, so that benefited me as well.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, dude. So like, so you would like do shit to a plant even though you weren't quite in the garden, and then just like tell them why later. Like you'd like ask for forgiveness. like
I mean,
what?
I'm not condoning stepping out of your role by
I
any
was like,
means.
damn, dog, like, that's
because I would
bold.
lose my damn mind if somebody did that to my plants. Like, I would freak out. But like,
Unless it was the right
we
thing,
were so
though.
yeah, exactly, which is
right.
what I'm saying. Like, we
Yeah.
were so small at the time. That like not only was I trimming, but I was also part of the defoliating crew,
Yeah.
and
Oh,
I was, you know, so I would defoliate plants too. But they would be like, sometimes they'd be like, "Dude, you went a little heavy on that plant," and I'm like, "Just like trust me, I promise." So I started marking the metric tags of the plants that I defoliated. So when they started coming down in the trim room, and they were like, "Wow, this plant looks good," I'd be in the back and trimming it up, and be like, "Check the plant tag." Check the plant tag, and they would look and be like, "Oh, it's got a mark on it." I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, that was mine. I did that shit. Yeah. fuck
Sometimes
yeah.
that bit me in the ass though,
Yeah.
and they'd be like, "Man, this plant sucks." I'm like, "Man, don't look at the tag."
Hell yeah.
It'd be like that though. Like sometimes, like I don't know, something got wrong with that plant from veg or whatever. It wasn't an ideal plant to begin with, so it's like kind of luck of the draw. But like, hell, if your success rate is 80 to 90%, like you're in a good. Hey, even if it's 60, that's passing. These get degrees, man. So like,
fuck yeah.
you know, so
Yeah, for sure. A lot of it was having ideas and being able to speak out. So, you know, when people ask questions, and having a little bit of knowledge to back those up. You know,
Yeah.
where I could be kind of not like firm in what I was saying, but like confident in what I was saying and how I
and
thought
have
we should
facts
progress.
and- yeah, dude, that's dope.
And a lot of it played out. And then being there, you know, extra hours when there was,
yeah.
you know, an order that came in and we had to stay 4 hours after shift was over to weigh it up. Like I stayed, weighed that shit up.
Yeah, fuck yeah. I think it speaks more when you have an idea and then you're willing to like back it up and put in the work for the idea. You're not just like, hey, you guys should do this, and then like whisper away. Like I know a lot of people in the industry do that shit, and then they get so frustrated that shit's all south, and it's like, well, dog, like you're not actually the one who's willing to go put in that work. Like, but you, man, you're like, hey, that needs to be done. I see this plant over here suffering. You go and you fucking do it. Like there's no ifs, ands, or buts. And then now shit's working in the right direction. That's dope.
It's definitely paid off. It's been a ride. It's been hard. You know, I don't want to sit and act like it was just this easy do this, do that thing. There was late nights, long weekends, and extra shifts, and like
Hell yeah.
people coming and going through the company, you know.
Yeah, success is hard work though, dude. Hell yeah.
It's just getting there now. Sales are happening. I got like the first vendor day. This will air after it, but my very first vendor day is on 420. Like I've never done one
Hell
before.
yeah.
The company's
gonna
never
be
done one
wild.
before.
it's gonna be crazy.
Lit. Are you guys just showing up there? Are you bringing like a food truck?
There's all like this dude Damien. He's done some stuff for Complex, and back when it was like the hunt for 20% and stuff. He was real big Detroit influencer guy, works for this company, and they ended up making a purchase, and he threw together this big 420 thing in Lansing, and like has a food truck coming out, and like his company will be there, and he's pretty well established with his company.
Nice.
And
Hell
then
yeah.
some other people will be there, and he invited us out, and it was like, dude, hands down, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's been a mad dash to get stuff ready for it since, but
Fuck
like
yeah,
you
dude,
don't
that's
turn
so
that
dope.
opportunity
Yeah, no,
down,
that's
so.
like networking at its finest is going to go
Yeah.
be at the people with the biggest fucking sales day of, our industry.
Yeah,
Hell
and
yeah,
they bought some of our Durban poison, so our Durban will be there.
We'll be there, and you get to talk about it, which is so much
Yeah.
more powerful when like a customer comes in and you be like, "Yeah, we have good weed," and they can just actually go and pick some up and leave, like, and try it.
That's
Hell
the
yeah.
plan.
Fuck yeah. Are you guys allowed to like give shit out there? I know that every state's a little different, but like for 420, can you do like penny joints or like shit like that? Or
I don't think just because we are just the grow, like
Yeah.
we don't have like we have the license, but we don't have it like open and operating yet. But
Mm-hmm.
we don't have a dispo or anything, so I think we'd have to metric them out as
penny
trade
joints or
samples,
yeah, like
and then we could give them away. But because we're med, we'd have to make sure that they had
their med
medical
card.
cards, and
Yeah.
like it'd be a real big hassle. It's just so much bureaucracy to give
Yeah.
people
I know, and
at the moment. As soon as we have
Yeah.
our rec license, as soon as the county passes rec, and we have our rec license, like
then it'd be
we're
different. Yeah.
that's way different here.
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds similar to how we had to do it in Oklahoma. We had to have like them invoice us those penny joints and then have the bud tenders give them out for the people who were showing up. So like, you could check their med card and make sure, and they could actually purchase something because you can't actually give anything for free. And yeah,
That's aggravating. It's a lot of paperwork,
yeah.
and it sucks. And I wish I could just like show up with like a zip and be like, "Here, take a gram, smoke it,
Smoke some weed.
enjoy it.
Yeah.
Like, let me burn one with you right
Right.
here."
Yeah.
Right.
That's why I like those industry events, dude, because it's kind of like that, right? Like you get to go hang out with people and smoke and
Yeah, this place has got the first like consumption lounge license attached to the dispo.
hell yeah.
I think in the city, so I think they're kicking off on 422. So like they're planning on having concerts and open consumption there with like a smoothie bar.
Yeah.
That's the
So, like,
Bitchin'.
Yeah,
And so that's the place you're going to be going?
yeah, I'll be there this Wednesday.
That's going to be a party, bro. You're going to have so much fun.
Dude, I can't wait. I have a little bit of anxiety about it, not gonna
Right.
lie, because you're like representing a brand.
Yeah. I
instead
was
of,
going to
like,
say, you're going there for business, too.
Bro,
So, like,
Yeah.
Just be you. Just be dope. Like people are gonna come up and they're gonna want to come kick it and smoke and talk to you, dude. Like I think it's
Yeah,
gonna
no.
be a great time. You're gonna have fun.
I'm stoked. I'm hoping somebody shows up with some beans and wants to like trade beans or something like that, because I
That'll
have
be
like
dope.
a crazy vault going right now.
Nice.
yeah. And two, for like vendor days, bro, I think they're sending the right person. Because, like, you sound genuinely excited about, like, all this product. You're very, like, in tune with the product. And that's, like, what we've seen up here in, like, Washington. Like, people with vendor days, like, they're just, like, a brand ambassador, and they just hire someone who's, like, got an energetic personality, but
Doesn't
really...
even work in the facility.
Yeah, it's like
like
they
the
live
brass
somewhere
tacks is
else.
like-
Yeah.
they just don't know. So like all these questions, and I even experienced this like as a bud tender, just like I had to ask questions about their grow, and like it was like no idea, like they had no clue.
Yeah.
They're like, oh
Yeah.
shit, I'll have to like text up my gardener, and I'm like you should know that. So like sending you, I think, is like the right call, because you're gonna be excited to talk about the product. You're gonna get people excited about the product, and then
And
they're gonna
plus,
buy
the
it.
bud tenders are going to be able to talk to you about it and get
Yeah.
all the
Yeah.
information, right? Like you can tell them exactly how the fuck that Durban poison went. Like
Yeah, for sure. It's
yeah.
I like it. I feel like it in a weird. I'm not an owner or anything involved like that, but I've been with the company since like its first year in operation, and we're going through year 2 now, or year 2.5 ish. So I feel like being a part of it since early in the beginning, that it's kind of mine. You know what I mean? Like it's kind of like this baby we all nurtured and are like.
Well, yeah.
Now the products on the shelves, and we have a name and an image and a logo. So like, I'm real passionate about it, and I want to go and get people smoking our stuff. But then I'm out of the grow room, and I'm out, and I don't know what happened in there for a day, and I didn't get to
You're
look at things.
Yeah.
And
You're like, what the
it's
fuck did
like,
you guys do? Come back and you're a little stressed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
literally, like because I feel the same way. I started with Spark from the very beginning. I'm the first gardener that they hired, and that still works for the company, I guess. And so yeah, it's like my baby. And I got married this last year, and we went to Cancun for a vacation for a week, bro. And that week was like a long week. I was always like texting. We have this like
$80 bag, bro.
Yeah, we'll talk about that, dude. I got seeds from it though.
So we could see what's up. Yeah.
I'm so excited, but like also I'm like that might be some like just dirt ass wheat. But like if I grow it up here in my I think it's gonna come out fire.
I think we should call it the Mexican brick.
No, that's what it's labeled. Like literally, like the 2 C's Mexican brick, and I'm like, I know what that is.
Love it.
But yeah, no. So, but I feel you, dog. Like having a sense of like, it doesn't feel like ownership, but it's like ownership, right? Like if someone was to come in and like start saying that you're doing stuff wrong and stuff, like you take that like super personally or whatever. Yeah. And so I feel you on that. Like,
yeah, I think you nailed it, dude. Like it's that passion, and you've taken responsibility and ownership for like having what you do be successful. And like fucking obviously ownership or whoever's in charge is taking notice, dude, because like you got moved up. So like in a way it is yours, right? Because that you've taken something and made it better, and now they've given you more control, right? Because they see that you've done good with what you could do.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
No, for sure. There's definitely been a lot of movement. Like we've all had been moved into different positions that we didn't really know were coming, and then now things are ticking. Like it just started working.
Hell yeah.
I think it's all for the best. I'm appreciative, but also I try not to. I don't want to be too arrogant about it because it's everybody. You know what I mean? It's like I could not do this without the dudes that are kicking ass in veg right now and having like consistent sized plants coming my way. You know what I mean? Like they look the same. The structure is good. Canopies are level. Like I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
I'm running flower. That's it. Like I'm just flower and like social sales and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So without those dudes ticking, however they're doing it over there, clones are coming in happy. Like everything is just, it's all for the up now.
Good.
Nice. Yeah, that's good. Good to hear, dude. I want to come out and fucking smoke some of your weed.
Anytime.
Yeah, do y'all know?
Anytime.
Like, does Michigan do? And you might know this because you're there, but like conventions and stuff like that. Like I'm so out of the loop on like those things, and like it's not like you could just like Google up canna conventions. It doesn't. I've never really gotten anywhere with that. They're generally like someone speaking about like a research paper or something. It's like not really like the type of cannabis convention you're trying to go to.
Yeah, I mean we do CannaCon and stuff like that. Like there's Detroit's normally the spot for it, or I think there's one in Lansing every once in a while. But there's definitely conventions every once in a while up here. Where it's like today, this morning, our High Times People's Choice stuff is going out. Like,
oh hell yeah!
So like the vendor, like all the vendors are selling all the High Times stuff, and then there's going to be like the online trial for that. So there was like a convention 2 weeks ago, I think, in Michigan.
Oh yeah, fuck yeah!
Lots of events, hash bash, and like social smoke-ins and stuff like that all the time now.
Yo, if you see any of those, like
send them
come up, just DM them to us because like I'm so out of the loop on that. But I'm willing to board a plane and go over out there to Michigan
on the quick. And I feel like if it was a big enough event, we could maybe convince the powers that be to fund that. Like we could maybe go trade some beans or go get a cut or something and make it happen. It could be worth
for sure. I'd love it. That'd be awesome. I have like a vault like crazy that we could go through together too. Yeah. I'd love to see what you guys could do with some of it. Then I have some you can't touch. Yeah. Not allowed to look at
of course, everybody's got their shit that they're like, oh no, I'm gonna run that one day.
Yeah.
Like,
no, those are my holographic first editions. Can't touch those.
You're damn right. That's my Charizard.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Dude, do you do personal grows? Or are you just like out of that for right now?
I've been out of it for a little while just due to space and stuff like that. Looking like housing market is crazy here right now.
It's everywhere,
it's outrageous to try and find a house. Dumb. But as soon as I have a house, I'll be back to doing what I do. I'm a pheno hunt freak. Like I'm just ripping packs.
Seed
that's all I'm gonna do.
Yep.
I have lofty ideas of being a pollen chucker one day. So you know what I mean?
I think you could do it, bro. I think you can do it. Yeah.
It's just like I want to work a line. I want to have something that's mine and mine only, and it be just mine, and then bang that off of other people's stuff and see what I can make off of it.
Yeah, I'll be a tester.
One of these days.
Whenever that happens, I'll test your
Yeah,
beans.
let us know, dog.
It's already kind of happening in the background, but they're not it's not at my house.
Yeah,
You know what
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Like my brother grows some of my seeds for me.
Oh, okay.
And
I
like
feel
go
like
over there
the
and
best
check them.
breeders that we talk to, like they have their thing, and then they have like 25 like secret gardens that are like oversaw by other people for them.
Yeah, I got some cool homies that I'll throw some seeds their way and be like, "Yo, run these and let me know if you find something that's like
Yeah.
a banger." And
Yeah,
then
I'm gonna
I
come
might get
take
a text, I
cut.
might
Yeah,
not.
yeah.
So there's a couple crosses that are being grown out right now that I capitalized on a couple situations and
Nice. Hell yeah.
got some seeds popped, and we'll see. There's some stuff in the works.
Was there some accidental pollination and some beans may have fell outside and you found them? Yeah, I've been there, bro. Like sometimes I'll just be walking outside and then like see some beans on the ground
look at
outside
that.
the facility. I'm like, oh shit, I mean, I can't just let it sit there. It's gonna grow weed outside. Can't have that. That's illegal.
Yeah, I got to
gotta take
take
that
care
home.
of it.
Yeah.
It's got to be processed the right way.
Yeah. Yeah. Hell yeah.
And I mean, pivotal things like that's how Golden Goat was made. So shout out Rasta Jeff.
Right,
Yeah.
right. Yeah, dude. Sometimes like, and heat is sometimes in a random bean that you don't even know really where it came from, right? Like,
And I mean,
Ken
it's on the
Dog.
market, and I get a sample, every once in a while, every month. So like, and then sometimes you just crack a bud open and there's
Yeah.
just a bean in there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
And that like sometimes, dude, like herm plants will not even like throw like a nanner. Like they'll just like somehow pollinate their bud and then there'll just be a fucking seed in there and you're like and you look at that plant up and down, tear it apart, right? And there's no nanners anywhere on it. You're like, I guess this is just it was meant to be,
Oh, I mean, Heart and Soil Seed Company just posted a video if you guys follow them, where like he split his top cola apart, like grabbed the top part and then split it where that second nug is, and there was a straight up nanopod like right there opened up.
Like inside the bud.
Yeah,
right?
inside the bud,
Yep.
like when he split the bud sections apart, there was like a nanopod in there, and he was like, "Dude, you need to get inside your plants when you're phenohunting." You know what I mean?
Dude.
Like, and I was like, "Wow, that thing was tucked up in there." You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like
It's like
I've
invisible, bro.
looked for them. You know what I mean? And you see the pods, and then you look harder, and you see some more. You cut them all off, pick a branch maybe, but
Yeah.
like hidden in the bud.
Yeah. Never find it. It
Yeah.
would be gone.
Never find it while you're growing it.
No,
And then you'll
yeah.
see a seed in there, but not find nanners is like, all right, I know what's going on. Hey, at least somebody like, did that. And now it's like living proof that this is for sure possible.
Yeah, no, that's ridiculous.
And it could be, I don't know if that's always been a thing that actually like happens inside the pod, or it might be like attributed to like the hybridization of fucking everything. I don't know, but that might just be like a weird off mutation that just like they're like, all right, man, if we can't just like throw nanners the normal way, they're plucking them off. It's like, oh,
I mean,
I'm just gonna put it up in there.
I've seen some pictures throughout, like strolling through IG, where like you see them on like the palms of the leaves, throw like a nanner pod on the palm.
Yeah.
Or like you'll see a little bud like pop up on the palm of the leaf, and there will be a little nanner claw sticking out of it. Like, and like
Weird
as far as
shit.
the beans go, anything from a stress reversal, because that's essentially, as far as what I understand science to be, the science to be, like a stress reversal is just rhodolization, which is the same thing almost as feminizing. So I mean, I understand that there's going to be an increased amount, like 10 to 25% herm rate or easily stressed nanner production. You know what I mean? But out of there, you can find a gem, and I'm willing to hunt through that. So I'll keep all those beans.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Circling back to your future breeding endeavors, because I want to know when you create, your magnum opus, you're the one, right? Like what is that strain gonna be like? Like what kind of terp profile? What kind of color? What we thinking?
Well, it depends, because if I'm doing a lot of it's going to be feminized breeding, just because like essentially to get a name out there and to have stuff, like not only are people looking for femmes, but you take a winner cut with a winner cut and you reverse it, like that's just a win. You're going to have 10 different representations, out of those seeds, and they're going to be real close to what you had in the beginning. And it gives a good representation of both. And then they're femme, so you're not worried about it. And then I want to find a male that just bangs and adds structure and size and smell. I want funky stuff is my
Yeah.
niche.
Hell
I like
yeah.
the funky funks.
Thank you. Yeah. Me too, dude.
I want to smell the bag and gag. I say it all the time.
Yeah. I got some hot soil cooking right now, and I'm about to do all the meat shake seeds that I have from Pandora's Grove, and I just know that that's gonna fucking reek, right? Like in my heart, I'm like, that's gonna be funky. I like
Those
that.
are the best. I got some from I was chatting up Volcanic Genetics out of Hawaii,
Nice.
and like we were chatting it up for a little while, and he sent me a couple packs just off of the rip as a blessing, you know.
Hell yeah.
And he sent me a cherry skunk dog GMO cross,
Ooh.
and you know I'm eyeing that pack, and
Yeah.
he you know hooked me up with it. So like there's enough in there for me to find a male, and
Yeah.
and I'm pretty sure that I'm gonna use that as like the backbone to get started, just
Yeah,
because
hell
like he's
yeah.
such a cool dude, and like the convo that we had back and forth was legit. So
Yeah, and you know,
like I'm
that'll
gonna
be
probably use
stinky.
that, and then everything else I have I'll probably just find like I got like 10 or 15 packs that I want to find a good female out of, and
Yeah,
then
do the thing.
like Firestone seeds. I got a blackberry. It's called Blackstone Berry.
Ooh.
It's a blackberry OG cross with like Chem Z, which is GG4 Chem Z. It's gems.
Ooh. Hell yeah.
Gems.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta have that
With
Z
that
in
Z.
there. That's
Heavy Z.
Heavy on the Z.
Yeah.
Two Z's. Fuck it. No, dude. Like,
Z's with a line through 'em.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Extra fancy.
fucking talking about funky, right next to me here is the kitchen stink, is what they call it. This is from
Yeah.
Co-op Genetics, and it's fucking kitchen sink crossed to GMO.
Like,
So I'm like, oh, okay, well that's right up my fucking
Yeah.
alley. Like I love
Yep.
GMO. That's by far probably my
Yeah.
favorite strain. Like if it's done correctly, of course.
It's a Michigan one.
Right,
yeah,
right.
It's a good one.
And then that basically, I can't remember exactly what kitchen sink is, but I know it's a GMO cross to something, and then they're gonna cross that to a GMO.
Sunday.
I think it's got Mendo's in it, doesn't it? Have Mendo's in it?
I
somewhere?
don't have my phone, so I can't Google it. But
I'm using mine as a camera.
yeah, that's exactly what I'm doing. That's right. It's
I
just
think
better
it's
quality.
Sunday, dude.
Sunday driver GMO.
I'm
Oh,
gonna check.
okay.
I think so too. That
Bro.
sounds really right.
That dumpster punch that fucking.
I'm about to rip their I got the peanut butter garlic breath cross from them and the Teddy Grahams cross from them, and I'm
from
about to go.
Are you the one who sent that to me?
Yeah,
So thank you so much,
you're
dude.
very welcome.
That Trop Santo cross, that wet market that failed, you know.
Yeah.
So I reached out to him. I was like, "Yo, dude, I'm totally willing to like send you extra money or whatever for the shipping or whatever." And he was like, you know, like no problem if those fail. You know, I'll send you some. You know, I might not have those exact ones. I'm like, don't worry about it. If it's like Trop Santo, I'm cool with that because I love Trop Santo.
Yeah.
Again, GMO Trop cookies, so good. And then so he's like, "Oh, I don't have a lot of the wet market," and I was like, "Oh, that's fine, dude. Whatever." And he's like, "I do have these OGKB cross to wedding cake that we got OGKB V2," and I was like, "Oh, all right, you know, like I'm down to fucking grow whatever, right?"
That
And
also sounds stinky. Like
again, yeah, I'm like, all right, can't go wrong. And then he was like, "All right, I'll throw some Trop Santo ones in there too." He's like, "The fact that you're willing to pop them right away goes a long way, so don't even worry about it." And I was like, "For real?" And like he just like sent them to me, and he's like the last message I just recently got from him, it was like, "Oh, also I found some more of those wet market and I threw those in too." And I'm like, God bless you. Like, so I'm
Yeah.
getting like some more of the wet market, some unknown random one, and then I think that OGKB V2 cross to wedding cake, which man, I'm so excited. It's like making my mouth water thinking about the like end product of those things. But
I'm glad you
super
had
excited.
I'm glad you had a good time like dealing with him.
No,
like,
dude,
as far
he's
as
super-
business goes,
he
because
was
like they're a
super
really
good.
good group of. It's like a group of people, and they're like they do a lot of good work. I've been following them for a while. I try and only deal with like breeders and people that I feel like put good energy into the community. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And like
Yeah.
Heart Soil and Co-op, and there's a few others that I mess with that are really
Irie.
good people. Yeah, like Rasta Jeff's dope.
Yeah,
He's just dope.
Yeah, if they fuck with the community, dude, and they're like really into like, you know, receptive and like talk to you and all that good stuff, like I'm so down. Again, like Juiced Up Genetics, I love fucking with him. You know, just because they're willing to come talk to you, dude. No matter who you are, they just want
Yeah.
you growing, right? Like it could be theirs or whoever, but you know. Yeah, they're just looking for the success of everyone to grow weed. It seems like.
Hell yeah,
So.
and get their gear out there. No, I'm
Right,
glad you had a
yeah,
good
for
time
sure.
with Co-op, man. I'm about to rip those packs today. I'm going to my brother's here in a little while. After we're finished up here, the boys are done napping, and I'm gonna rip that peanut butter garlic breath cross like
Hell
right
Yeah,
now.
yeah. I feel like I cut you off when you were talking about them. What did you get from them?
I got it's peanut butter breath crossed with garlic breath 2.0, peanut butter garlic breath, and then I got Teddy Grahams, which was
Ooh.
something else crossed with peanut butter breath. I forget what it was
That
off
sounds
a rip.
delicious.
Right up your alley, dude.
Yeah, it's funky. It's gonna be funky.
Hell
That peanut
yeah.
butter garlic breath, like I'm trying to think of like if you ate peanut butter and garlic together, that'd be fucking
So great.
gnarly, dude.
Yum.
And you just have a weird look. Like I can't wait. I'm hoping I find something that's just gorgeous out of there, and that I can smoke it and question the joint.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, kitchen sink though. Sidebar is Sunday with GMO.
Yeah.
So Sunday
Yeah.
with GMO back to GMO. So that's gonna
Super
be fucking
funk.
great. Yeah.
Yeah. With some good color too, because GMO is kind of a
Got
greener
that.
plant.
Yeah.
But Sunday and yeah, I'm excited, dude. All of them that I popped. I said that 3 times. It's because I'm high. I popped 6 of them, and all of them made it. So we're good to go, dude.
Hell yeah.
I was kind of bummed about those wet market, but I'm excited that he actually found some, or they, or whoever found some to send to me because I'm excited about Trop
Yeah,
Santo.
hell yeah. Having something that you know is great and that's coming in across that you're about to rip a pack of is like, I can't wait until I have a house.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I just got fortunate enough to rent a house, man. But we got 2 roommates. One of them's my brother. But we have this just spare room back here that was kind of, this wall wasn't even here when they bought the place. They put this wall up and made this into a room, and I'm like, God bless.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They're like, yeah, you can do whatever you want back there, and I'm like, okay.
That's dope.
Cool. Well,
I would
'cause-
rent one, but I'm looking to be one and done. I want to buy a
Yeah.
house and be done with
Oh,
it.
me
Establish
too.
some roots and
Me too,
Yeah.
bro.
Get some land, do the thing.
But fortunately, this house I'm renting it through my boss, so we get a real screaming deal on it,
okay.
and they're my boss. So I
And
mean,
they like
basically,
weed,
if they
yeah.
keep paying me, they keep getting paid. So yeah, and they like
Double
to grow
dipping.
weed, and they're like they're constantly asking me, they're like, you got any fire in your house yet? You growing any fire? And I'm like, not yet. I'm only
it
I'm
time.
just started flower. We're good. Like chill.
you'll check it out here soon.
I was like, there's plenty. I'm like, this is what I'm getting though, and this is what's going in the dirt pretty damn quick. So be excited.
I'm excited. I got a really, really close friend of mine lives in Seattle. So
Nice.
we have been talking about, like, we're having our first big old group gathering here soon in Kansas City.
Ooh,
And then now we've been talking about maybe like once a year bouncing around somewhere else. So there might be
Yeah.
me in Seattle here.
Bro, you let us know. We'll treat you right. I'll show you the ways.
I would love to come
Yeah.
attempt
Oh.
to outsmoke both of you.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
we
dude,
could
you-
try it. We'll
you'd
do a
ha-
live show. Yeah.
I'm already tapping out of that, bro.
Yeah, and then-
I'm
I got you. I'll champion the cause for us. And
I'm just like I used to just get like fucking super stoned and stuff, but then like I realized I got a lot of responsibilities outside of work, and like when I smoke real high, I don't do those things. And
Yeah.
now I have like my veggie garden. I got this going. I got dishes that I need to clean. Like I can't just get high, and I can't smoke tough anymore, unfortunately.
I find the strains that help me fold those dishes, and we get it
Same.
done. Yeah.
Oh shit, we just smoking sativas. Yeah, I'll keep smoking all fucking day.
Yeah.
I might have
well,
a couple
I mean,
panic
it depends
attacks,
on
but
what time of day it is. But yeah, dog, if I got responsibilities, then we're gonna, I'm doing some E9 or something from the facility, and I'm gonna go
I got
fold
Deb a
these
golden
dishes.
goat right
yeah.
now.
Yeah, fuck yeah, same.
is that are you guys growing golden goat in the facility? Is that your guys' product there?
It is actually my flower, Cresco.
Oh, is that a
Ran
flower
our-
vape? Oh no,
No.
Okay,
Cresco ran our flower. It's
Yeah, hell
golden
yeah.
goat live resin, and
nice.
they released some. I saw some at the store and was like, mine. And bought it.
Yeah, hell yeah. That's
Literally.
what's up, dude.
So what strains? You said you got like 10, 12 ish, or narrowed down. What strains are you growing?
Goddamn. We had a whole bunch of stuff, and then we've narrowed it down quite a bit. So we got a lot of Eastside Fritter, Eastside OG Apple Fritter Cross.
Nice.
I'm
Apple
running
Fritter's
Unicorn
a
Poop.
banger.
I'm like,
Yeah.
I love I love unicorn poop.
Unicorn
Oh my God,
poop
it's
is good.
amazing. We got some Baby Yoda, lots of Baby Yoda, which is just phenomenal if you ever have the chance
What the
to
fuck
get
is Baby
mint,
Yoda?
like true. It's Khalifa mints crossed with the menthol compound genetics.
Oh, is
Sounds bomb.
it that like what it says it's
It's
supposed to
mint,
be? Is it really?
just straight mint terps, man. Like you walk by the plant and brush the table, and it's just like it's
Minty
mint, like
fresh.
spearmint,
Yeah.
That's
minty,
crazy.
fresh, like energizing mint.
Yeah.
Like it's weird.
Yeah,
I love it.
I've never even think I smoked or come across something like
I've
that.
had some Kush mints that were like that, where you get the after, like that heavy, like mint on the after, but like, yeah.
It's good. And if you have a chance, it makes me want to grow the menthol really
Mm-hmm.
bad, just because I didn't know that was a terp I would enjoy.
Right.
And now that I've had that mint terp, like I'm about it. I'm about that mint terp.
Yeah.
I
I feel
didn't-
like that about like the papaya strains. Like I didn't have one that actually tasted like papaya, and then I finally got a papaya strain. I was in Oklahoma and I got some flower, and it like tasted like papayas when I like exhaled, and I was like, oh, all right, cool. I kind of fuck with that. I like that. That's good.
Yeah, I don't know, man. So like I say I'll have like a favorite flavor of weed, but then it also rotates, right? Like I love funk, right? Like through and through, but like sometimes I'll just be hitting one of those like GMOs, and then you get like a fit like accustomed to that palate, and then you hit something like berry, and it's like berry, versus like smoking that all day every day, and then
Right.
it kind of like dwindles the flavor out. But I like to bounce around back and forth.
Yeah, hell yeah. I mean, every
for
stoner,
sure.
Yeah, I mean, fuck. You need
But
some strange
minty.
every once in a while. You need something.
I need to come get some of that.
Yeah, you need something. that
I
makes you feel
will
good.
definitely see what I can do about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, minty. That's
No, it's
fucking-
it's dope. It's one of my favorite. I'm still getting it dialed in on that strain. I don't feel like I've had it produced the way that it needs, the way that it can yet.
Is it pretty
um,
green?
Yeah, it's just not stacking the way that I want it to stack. It's not building up the way that I want it to build up. I feel like I can get it bigger.
Are you guys like hand watering all your stuff?
No,
Oh, okay. You do have irrigation. I wasn't sure if like the new or the old facility, I guess, had. Are you running the same like the control system through the building you're in
no,
right now?
we
Oh,
don't
okay.
have any type of control system right now.
Gotcha.
We are growing with water. That's all I can say.
Oh, secret sauce.
But yeah, it's more hands-on than a lot of other places are. With controllers and stuff like that, and that's what we're switching to. So no shade.
Right. I just
I
imagine
want
someone
hands
going
off.
in and flipping a switch to irrigate for 15 seconds and then shutting it off, and then like
No, we have
I know.
timers.
I was just like, that's what I was imagining. I was like, ooh, he's like finessing that shit. Like
Garden
ooh,
gnomes
they
come
only-
out and turn all our stuff on for us.
Yeah, hell yeah.
But yeah, it's still pretty hands-on. I'm in every room, I'm in every single one of them. Lots of changing for contamination and stuff reasons, trying to stay on SOPs and stuff like that. But it's dope. I love it. I'm always a part of it.
Hell yeah, dude.
Do you have like you're like the flower controller kind of, right, at
Yeah.
your facility? And so like, do you guys defull and stuff in flower?
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you like in control of that, or do you have a team that does that still as well? Or
I mean, yeah, there's definitely a team of people. I could not do it all on my own. No way.
That'd be all you do.
right?
All the time.
I would never be done.
How many plants do you do in your flower rooms?
It depends on the room, but somewhere roughly 136 plants right now.
Okay. And you veg them for how long?
2-3 weeks.
Oh, okay. Yeah, pretty standard stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they only get like yay
Yeah,
big in veg or so.
About 12 to 18 inches.
Yep.
I prefer them closer to 18 to 20.
Right.
And that's where everything's been, getting
Just
it dialed in a structured size and a level playing field to play with. And then we pop some lowers and lollipop them up a little bit, upskirt them if you would when we get them.
Mm-hmm.
Net them, trellis a little bit, weave, and then defoliate day 21, and then really we don't touch them again.
And then do you top and stuff? And is there like training techniques other than just like defoliating?
Yeah, they top and veg. They film depending on the plants. They pinch and bend, and then we do all that as well based off of genetics and what time frame it is that we're in.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like it's getting pretty dialed. Like, I mean, yeah, you said it earlier. I mean, it seems like it's flowing now.
We're trying, and it's less just doing what's working and more like changing and tweaking things to get stuff more, on point with a quality product that's not only quality and awesome and clean that tests high, but is like producing on our end and giving us the amount that we need to push, So we've changed food. I'm pushing food heavy. Like we use Canna. I'm up to almost 3.0 on some genetics.
Oh, shit. Are you in cocoa?
Mm-mm.
Rockwell?
Mm-mm.
Oh, I see. You're secret. I forgot. Sorry.
I want people to listen to this episode.
No, I see you. No worries. What's your favorite Nintendo 64 game?
Ooh, it's hard because I'm a huge Majora's Mask guy. I have Link tattooed in the middle of my back.
Nice.
But I also huge Diddy Kong Racing, like
Bro.
nostalgia. 007 GoldenEye, obviously. I used to piss my family off. Plays Odd Job because he was tiny and nobody could shoot him.
All right.
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna guess your age. You're 29 years old.
No,
Are you 32?
no, 31. I'm 31.
Fuck.
I'll be 32 this year in November. But yeah, I'm 31.
Well, I know you're not hitting the 30. No, you were just like hitting on some games that like those were my keys.
Yeah.
Like
Dude.
Diddy Kong Racing. I got a Triforce right here. I was a Ocarina of Time guy. Majora's Mask, I feel like I was just too dumb as a kid to like understand what the fuck I was supposed to do. Plus, in the N64 version, I believe you had to have like the expansion pack or the
Rumble pack thing, the red that you had to put in there.
Yep, and I was poor. I was a poor kid growing up, and we never got that. But I had the cartridge, but because I think I got it as like a gift, but they didn't know that I needed that extra thing, and so like I never could play it. I just
You got to do
stare at
poor
it.
hacks, man. You got to find the poor hack.
Did you guys ever play the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle game? Yeah, that one slapped too,
I
bro.
still have the robot dogs. Like I remember vividly fighting those little white robot dogs, and you would hit them in their mouth with like open all crazy when you hit them. I think about that sometimes, and I don't know why.
It just lost in there, dude. Me
like,
too. Yeah, fuck
I
yeah.
don't get it.
These core memories just pop up randomly. Maybe you had like a dream about it that you forgot, and just like.
I rented about the expansion thingy. Like I rented a N64 one time because my sister poured root beer in mine and broke it. So we rented one and it had that pack in it. And then when I had that, I got a new one. So I kept the pack and I sent it back to Family Video, the place we rented it from, without it. And they never, my parents didn't know any better. I think I was like 11 or 12 at the time.
Nice.
And then I got it. So then I got the game and I could play it. That and the Donkey Kong 64 game, you needed it. And that's why I kept it. It was so I could play the Donkey Kong game. I was a bad kid.
Nah, man, you were just resourceful. That's what happens
tactically acquired is what we said when I was in the army.
If you never stole anything in your life, good for you. But I feel like
tactically
most
acquired.
Kids,
Yes,
we've tactically acquired a lot of things. Yeah,
honestly, man, they were making plenty of money renting out videos. So it's obviously they didn't care because they didn't say anything.
They're still open here. I was very surprised when I came back to Michigan that they're not everywhere. They sell CBD. What I mean? Like anywhere you can go that sell.
They got hella of those in Oklahoma. The home videos that
dude.
sell CBD. Yeah, they're everywhere. They're like the last of the Mohicans too.
Huh? Is that just like That's a weird fucking place for CBD to be sold.
Maybe I have no idea what that is.
Yeah, they're just like, let's do something. We got to do something different.
CBD.
Because they're like, oh, dude, like, ain't nobody fucking coming into this place. It's like, all right, well, this whole CBD thing's new. Let's get into that. I'm surprised they don't sell
crate them and shit too.
They probably do.
They probably do.
I don't know. I haven't been in a family video since I was like 14, so
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you. But I drive by and see the big old green CBD signs
Yep.
in the window, and I'm like, damn, man.
It's funny because the one I'm thinking of in Norman, Oklahoma, there's one of those family video, and then like right next door is a dispensary, and right across the street is another like CBD store, and they're like all banging it out by this fucking 7-Eleven trying to get these sales, and I just think it's so funny that fucking family video is in the competition. Like, hell yeah.
Oh yeah, they're fighting for that corner hard.
Oh yeah, dog, hard.
What's it like over there as far as your like dispo placement? I'm curious. Like, do you guys have them piled up on top of each other?
So in Oklahoma, when I left, because I haven't been out there in a while, but when I was out there, dude, yeah, it was super saturated to the point where anywhere that you could put a dispo, there probably already was two in that same sector, right? So you could see where it was like a good zone to put weed stores because there probably already was a weed store down the block, right? And you're like, okay, cool, I can put one here. We'd go down the strip when we opened our first one, and there was like 7 other dispensaries on the same street. You would just have to go up or down a little bit, right? Like even that 7-Eleven I was talking about, that was like a mile away down the same street where that corner was. So it was like heavy competition, and even worse for the growers because there's no canopy limit, or there was no canopy limit. So you could have people growing in their closet or their garage, and then you could have somebody who converted their whole like 100-acre farm into an outdoor grow, and everyone was trying to sell their weed. So you'd have so many people show up in their trucks with their fucking totes in the back, and they're like, come look at my weed. And you're like, oh, okay, bud. And that's how you bought weed for your dispensary. Like, people would show up in trucks and just try to sell you weed. Like, because before there was nobody who had like an online service. Nobody was handing out business cards. Nobody had sales people, right? Like, they'd leave the farm and they'd go sell it to you.
Damn.
Yeah.
Old school.
Yeah. Wild West for a while.
I guess I kind of do that too.
Yeah.
You know, I'm a fan of in person.
Yeah.
I like to go see the
that.
people that are going to be selling it at the dispo and like have a conversation with them so they see me.
Yeah.
Give them a card, go back, give them a sample, let them burn a bag.
You're a good salesperson though. So like, we're the people who have that approach all day, bro. Like, I'm like, thank you for coming in. Like, we set up a good relationship. Now I'm going to buy from this person forever because this is the dude, right? Like, he made a good impression versus like some sketchy kind of black market guys that come in and they're like, they got the same test results for all their strains and they don't really want to talk to you. In Oklahoma, it's like everyone's got a gun, right? So like they come in and they're like guns blazing and you're like, oh, okay.
That's open carry there, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They just walk into the back of that shit and they're like, all right. And I'm like, damn it, I want a gun. Well, how come I don't got a gun?
Take this deal, motherfucker.
Yeah, right?
Get a squirt gun just to fuck with people.
Right, yeah, dude. Just squirt them in the face, dude.
No, you pull out that squirt gun and no, dude, you're getting blasted.
It'd be open carry. It'd already be out, dude. They would know.
Like a see-through blue plastic one.
It'd be on my chest or something, dude. Yeah,
yeah, like ridiculously.
Yeah. Maybe in a fanny pack on my chest. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
open carry.
Gotta be a rad fanny pack.
Yeah,
it's the only way to do anything.
Yeah, fuck yeah. Bust out the gold sequins fanny pack on it.
Oh god. Like Mardi Gras fanny.
It was pretty humbling, I guess, for some of these guys because they'd come in and I would like deny all their weed, dude. Like they'd like, and I'd be like, nah, dog. Like, and they're like, well, why? And I'm like, well, first of all that shit in that pound you got right there is all bud rot. Like, look at this. And you're like educating them, and I was like, this one you got like. I could tell you got some type of bugs. You guys were trying to pick them off, but there's still these eggs here that you guys didn't, and show them under the microscope or the jeweler's loop. And I'm like, yeah, dog. So like, I'm not going to be able to buy any of this. And they're like 40 or 50 and been growing weed all their life kind of guys. And I'm like, in my 20s, like, nah.
We're the guys still using Eagle 20.
Yeah.
Oh. Nice. No.
Azamax everything.
Yeah, right.
Yep.
I spray in late flower. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, just to make
It gets rid of the bugs, man. You don't know nothing. You're just a
Right.
dumb kid.
Right.
Dip it, wash it off later.
Yeah. Hydrogen peroxide, dude, all day.
Yeah. Fine. It's fine. Yeah.
Dude.
And then the 448 pounds, that was my favorite. Because then you have to educate them on the metric system, and then they still think you're wrong. And we had we had Google speakers everywhere, like at all of our locations. So I would like motherfucking ask Google in the middle of the floor.
Yeah,
I'm like, hey Google, how many grams are in a pound? And then Google,
that's 454, baby.
Yeah, they like tell me down to the decimal point, and I'm like, damn, that's kind of embarrassing. Dog.
I always said, people say that, like, you're on 448. I'm like, yeah, after you took your sample quarter out of it. Like, what are you talking about? It's 454 in metric.
Yeah, dog.
Nah, dude. It's at 448.
So yeah, so it was pretty wild there for a second. They're catching up though. They got metric now. There's less dispensaries, less people with their license. Obviously, that's a race to the bottom, like it was for any other state. So people are starting to die off. Dispensaries are starting to slow down on, like, there's not a lot of people opening new dispensaries, right? They kind of put a cap or at least a slow down on who they're letting do stuff, and licenses and zoning's gotten a little stricter in a lot of places too. So it's starting to look more and more like a regular rec or, upper echelon medical state. And, honestly, I think it needed to happen, right? Like, it's cool to have a lot of the freedoms that you do in that, like, new market, but there's a lot of fuckery that goes around too. And, there's a lot of bad product that gets pushed out and a lot of nefarious shit that is allowed to happen underneath that kind of like gray area. And, if you want it to be a good stoner culture where everyone's growing good flower and smoking safely and doing the shit, you kind of have to be above board. And unfortunately, that looks like testing and laws and all this other shit that, like, is the bad side of that. But
oh yeah, I definitely know it. The Veritas situation in Michigan was a trek when they recalled all that stuff and then released it anyway months later, and then it flooded the market and reduced pound prices for everybody dramatically. Like, whoa, it's been a time. I hope this isn't the bottom. It needs to go back up.
Nah, yeah, it will. I mean,
it's almost that time. It's seasonal up here anyway. It always falls off.
Like I said,
it gets so cold.
We're in springtime too, and the indoor growers now have the advantage, and we're kind of getting to where it literally happens every year, right? Like every fall time, like October, December, January, February, it's a rough time for indoor growers. I mean, not like critically rough, but it's just like you start to like even out, and then you have a surgeons, and then it just kind of goes back down. It's an every year thing, and you're no stranger to that. You're aware.
Oh yeah, for sure. I wanted to. It was a time for a while here.
It's a good time for your company to be putting out the fire though, like getting it all dialed in and like, dude, like hit the ground running with this shit. Are you guys doing extraction too, or is that being sourced out because you don't have the space for it quite yet?
We are working toward it.
Yeah.
We've talked to a couple different, processors along the way, and we have some talks in the works. But if everybody wants to do their own, you know what I mean? And we have lofty dreams to do our own, and we're gonna do our own. Eventually, we're doing it all.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
And I
don't care. We're going to the top.
Yeah. Same situation with us, man. Like we of course want to run our own, but we got to outsource it right now because. Yeah. We're getting the equipment ready. You have to. There's certain like, what do you call it? Like
C1D1 requirements.
Yeah. You have to like requirements to actually set it up.
Yeah.
You can't just like set up your equipment out in this fucking.
It's got to be zoned correctly here in Washington too. Like it's like very strict where you can put. I mean, thankfully we're out in the middle of the fucking nowhere in this like business center that's behind an airport, so we're pretty safe. And but yeah, it's pretty strict out here. And so it's taken us a while to get it going, but it's going. And I mean, trying. It's better to have people blast it for you and have the hype out there of these strain names, and people be like, wow, that shit was fucking good. And then you release yours and you're like, yeah, that's this shit here. Like we have it all the time. That's ours.
Yeah.
And then,
and there's been a drastic change in like processors and stuff in the state. Like just going around and talking to the people that we've talked to, there's like dramatic differences between the ones. So finding somebody that upholds the quality and the flower that I feel that the team and I, put forth into the flour, is we want it to be fire. You put fire in it, you're getting fire out of it.
Yeah.
And I don't want anybody to I don't know, CRC my stuff. You don't,
You want it to be nice, yeah.
don't do that.
Please.
Yeah,
I'd rather it
You
not
could buy
taste
all
like
my
chapstick.
biomass.
Yeah.
Take my trim and
Yeah.
CRC distillate the hell out of it, but please don't do
take
that to my flour.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, that's what we'll get samples sent out or essentially small batches to certain processors that'll run it and whatnot, and we'll get it back. And my boss will come up to me and hand me a jar of this creamy white chapstick looking stuff, and he's like, you want some of this? I'm like, fuck no, shit tastes like a rubber glove. I'm good. I'm straight. I don't want that. I was like, once you start squishing some rosin, come talk to me.
I got to give them the real price point thing. So I'm always trying this shit, but I'm maybe because over here it's a standard. Most stores will triple what they get it. So if you buy a gram for $6, it's going to be $18 out the door. And that's low end kind of bar of entry. So the same chapsticky stuff. I'm oof. I mean, if you sold it for $5 then maybe, but it doesn't taste good. It's just the people that are chasing the hot. They're gonna buy a $15 gram, and then they don't care what it tastes like. Then this is for you.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, trying to think. I don't know how low the bottom is right now for wax. I don't really go through a whole bunch of it, but I spend about $40 to $50 a gram ish. You know what I mean?
That's probably what we're spending for the good, live and not CRC shit's probably
hash is just rosin is infused joints were the wave a couple months back, and then now it's everybody's trying to get into hash. So everybody we've been talking to is well, is it gonna wash? Do you think it'll wash?
Yeah. It's hilarious too to see these new places, new states come online, because they follow the same fucking pattern that we went through but way faster, right? We did it it was every year maybe there was something new, because all this stuff was still coming out, right?
Yeah.
But now there's equipment for all these things at the ready, and it just takes time setting that up. But it's so funny that you guys
somebody from a different state to come do at least a consultation, and then you're going.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, but it's just funny. It's flour, and then it goes infused joints, and then it's just there's dabs and stuff that are out there, but they're just not high quality, and then the live resin and rosins
and
hit
stuff, and then it comes out with the lives and the rosins. Yep.
Yeah, I mean, just in the high times, People's Choice this year from last year is drastically different.
Oh, bro, I bet.
Last year was 5 categories, and people put out the vape pen category. People threw distillate up against hash rosin.
Yeah, okay.
And I was like, why? And then distillate won.
No! No!
There's some fuckery there.
Dude, I have no idea.
Somebody tipped somebody off.
Distillate won. And I was like, what? There was a whole hash rosin, a whole half-gram hash rosin pen that was amazing.
Yeah.
And it didn't win.
That's because the distillate guy slipped 100 with his distillate. And he was like, here you go.
And then, this year, and then there was concentrates. And then this year, there's solventless and solvent. And then there's, distillate pens and live resin pens, and then they broke the flour up into hybrid indica and sativa. So people are hip to it now, and I like that the education is catching up with the market. You know what I mean? Because it was Wild West watching people spend $90 for a full gram distillate cart. You know what I mean? And then
yikes!
Just because it was full gram, that was the only thing.
Yeah, but it's it's distillate.
For $90, I would go try to make my own.
Fuck.
I mean, $30 hair straightener.
I was just gonna say,
from
bro.
a hardware store.
That's what I'm
in the
saying.
market.
Yeah, that's why I was like, for $90, I could probably squish this bud and get something better.
You could buy a bag, the straightener, and the C clamp for that.
Yeah. Right.
Exactly. Yeah. I hate distillate. I will never like distillate.
Nope.
I'm not a fan either. I don't like the high. I don't like the taste. It's artificial.
But it's not the shit. Well, I think it's great for edibles. I think.
Yeah, I love that they've finessed a way to make edibles better than just. I love the butter. I love can of butter. Don't get me wrong. I like it on toast with sugar on top of it. Just straight weedy. Love it. But distillate edibles are where it's at.
Yeah,
like
it's
you
just
can't
more
beat.
tasteless, right? Like,
Dude, I can put it in my gravy and put
Yeah.
that gravy on my chicken and then have it with, like I could put it in my cheese and put it on pizza.
yeah,
Like, you know what I mean? I can eat whatever I
yeah.
want with
And
that.
it barely affects the taste compared to like the can of butters and your own oils that you had to infuse at home. Like, yeah,
Yeah. So yeah, it does have its place.
got a place.
I just don't like smoking it.
yeah,
Not in my pen, it doesn't.
oh yeah.
Oh, what is that? Is that some of your guys' stuff too? Put into a cart or?
No, I haven't actually been able to find any Cresco because Cresco made our stuff into cartridges
Okay.
when they ran our stuff. But Element ran some of our flour and they didn't put it into cartridges. They just did live resin with it. So,
And that's
but
Element that
I
you're
pretty
smoking?
much only buy Element live resin pens.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I have like my
They
one or
just-
two companies.
I
They
saw
just
that
have it
white
dialed
tip. Is
in,
that the
you know what I mean?
ceramic on the tip over there? You got a ceramic tip?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how you know it's bougie. And I feel the tip
It is, I
when
mean,
it clinks
yeah,
against my teeth a little bit. I'm
Yeah.
like, ooh, this is gonna be a good one.
No, not fire in, fire out, man. Some
Yeah.
people just have their game dialed in, and those dudes have it dialed in.
Fuck yeah.
Like they have it hella dialed in, and I love their product. They had a vendor day, and I scooped. They had a 5 for $100 deal, and I was like, scoop.
Yeah, 5 for $100. Take my money.
So I got
Fuck yeah.
Mr. Nice Guy, couple banana punch muffins, and some other tropical stuff.
Hell yeah.
Fuck
Mr. Nice Guy's good. I've
Oh,
only
it's
had
so
that a
good,
couple
dude.
times,
That's the
but
one
yeah,
I'm
it's
smoking on
nice.
right now. Is
Yeah.
Mr. Nice Guy.
Yeah,
it's
fuck
it's
yeah.
funky.
Yeah.
That good old funk.
Yeah.
Well, Shifty, I think Josh has to go be a father
Yeah.
now. I think we're a little late, but it's okay.
I think mine might be waking up here soon too.
Yeah.
perfect.
okay.
It's
Dad
dad
life.
time, and my dogs are barking, so like I'll throw my hat. I gotta
Yeah.
be a dad too.
Dad life.
But thank you, dude, for coming on, talking with us, and not spilling all the beans on
Yeah.
Plush Co, but talking with us about it. And
We'll
kinda
have you back
going
on
through
real
that.
soon, dude, because, first of all, I like talking to you. Second of all, I feel like, you have a lot of updates for us in our
Dude,
your
after
corner
the
of the
vendor
world.
day and stuff, for sure.
Yeah.
Like, I
We're
would
gonna
love
do
to
a
be
little
anytime.
420 thing too, but maybe like a post 420. We could talk about your vendor day in a couple weeks or something. That'd be
420 recap session.
dope. Yeah, dude, let's do it.
Fuck yeah, dude. Well, Shifty, what is it? Shift.E on Instagram.
No, it has since been changed. It's Shift+E_grows.
Okay. Well, go follow ya boy at there. Of course, also link is gonna be in the description. But yeah, until next week.
Be on the lookout for the flower.
Exactly. LU in Michigan. Go grab some Plush Co.
Yeah,
Enjoy.
remember that name.
Smoke heavy.
Yeah. All right. Goodbye, guys.
Recording stopped.